And also, in case I actually am able to put these two videos together, I was just talking on my video a second ago about this man that goes around, like, he just talks and talks and talks and talks about killing people all day, and he has no reason to be angry. I don't know what's going on with the seagulls. Something's weird. Like, I think they're just calling each other. But what else I was gonna say is that I've been working, so I wasn't sleeping. I was working. So even when I don't sleep here, I have to come back here to, even if I was sleeping at a hotel and paying for a hotel, I'd have to come back here in the morning to feed Seagull. So that's at, like, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Right now the sun is coming up more like 6:30, so it's a little after 6:30 a.m. usually. The sun is actually coming up at like 7 now, actually, I think. But this morning it was like a little bit after 6:30 that he was here. Because the time is changing very, very rapidly this month. It's September, it's the end of September. And then what was that? Was that one of the birds? Are you okay? Hi, Bunny. Are you okay? Hi, little guy. You almost looked really hurt when you moved. Are you alright? You okay? Oh, he's scared. I'm so sorry, Bunny. You weren't over by that bad crazy man, were you? Was it just me coming down the stairs that got so scary? Poor Bunny. You poor thing. I'm gonna walk over here, okay? This is one of the bunnies. This is one of the bunnies that was a baby earlier. I'm so sorry, Bunny. You okay? I'm gonna walk this way, okay? I'm gonna walk this way. Aww. Anyway, this guy is also where the bunnies tend to usually go in the mornings. They tend to go behind, they hang out in the yard here and they go behind there, and he's been so violent and disruptive and everything that it's making it so that the bunnies can't really do much. And he's very violent. Like, if an animal gets near him, he will try to kill it. So it's a real problem. It's a real problem. But there's a reason why I pushed record again. I was gonna say something. Oh, okay. So I was working here because I had come back to feed the seagull and the crows. Okay, and there's Wi-Fi here, so I was working. Because we're getting really close to Q4, people. We're getting really close to me needing to actually make sales, if I'm going to make sales at all this year. Okay. So anyway, there's these people that keep on photographing me here. And there's the one dude that was stalking me earlier this spring, or just before, probably might have been June too. He rode his bike over here, and he was trying to get film of me working with my mat out this morning at like 7 something, right? Like, as if that means I'm sleeping here. And it doesn't, because I have to get here really early to feed Seagull. Even when I was in Tiny Home Village, even when I was staying there, I had to come here. I freaking left sometimes as early as 4:30 a.m. to try to get here to feed Seagull. And then I'd rest and get some work done with some Wi-Fi, because the Wi-Fi at the Tiny Home Villages was under Doug's Doug and all them could like access your information and stuff. Whatever you're doing on Wi-Fi, they had all the Wi-Fi stuff, and like all the other tiny home people had access to that Wi-Fi stuff. They also had access to your keys to your tiny home to be able to steal it from you. I had a bunch of stuff stolen. They were coming in, and that wasn't just staff that had access, that was the other people living there. So all the drug addict pieces of shit that were living there had access to the office and the keys to your place and all that kind of stuff. So that's another reason why I tend to forget that one when I tell people I'm not in the tiny home stuff anymore. They're like, oh, you didn't like it? Well, you know, there was a lot of things. There was a lot of reasons why stuff was wrong. But anyway. So I have these people that are photographing me everywhere I go. They're following me around, photographing me, trying to get evidence that I'm sleeping outside or some bullshit, right? Probably trying to prove that I'm not spending $500 on rent or $400, actually $350 on rent, which I have been, because even if you take the amount of hotels that I have to pay for in winter and spread them out all year long, that's probably at least $150, $200 a month right there. But of course, their brains are psycho, and they have to go around acting like just because they see you at 7:30 a.m. somewhere, that means you had to have slept here, because they don't understand that you might have gotten up at 5 a.m. because you're sleeping outside, and these motherfuckers sleep outside, right? So you pretty much have to get up at like 5 or 6 a.m. often, no matter where you're sleeping. Even if you're sleeping at Fairhaven Park. When I was sleeping over there, I'd have a tendency to be up at 4:30 before 5 a.m. because people would be doing running, and then they'd fucking report your ass. Right? So where else am I gonna go? Where else am I gonna fucking go if I'm like on the trails or something and I have to be out of there by like 5-ish a.m. because people do running and walk their dogs before work or whatever, and then you've got to freaking like, where else are you gonna go other than going to the library to get some work done? So you're not spending all day sitting on your ass doing work. Like, if I work at like 5 to like 7:30 or 8 a.m. and then work at like 7 p.m. up, then I can actually get shit done during the day, right? So yeah, like, the whole point of seeing stuff though is that they're following me around, they're taking pictures, they're not taking pictures of these people. That's another big thing that I wanted to say, is that all of these people are sleeping in the same spots I do, like all the psycho people, and they're not being kicked out. They're not being kicked out of the spots I've been kicked out of either. But you guys are all obsessed about somebody that works and somebody that like actually tries to like do shit with their life and trying to like be something. But you're not kicking out these people. These people just keep on staying. And the Opportunity Council has them coming over here to stay. I think, honestly, one of the reasons, I think that they're putting them here to make me mad and probably try to get me put in jail for, like, getting to the point where I'm gonna fucking punch their asses or whatever, get in a fight. I think that not only are they putting here because they want me to be emotionally distraught and try to put pain and suffering on me and trauma on me, I think that they also could possibly be working with the police department so that they put these people here so that they can kick every homeless person out. They keep on bouncing these guys around so that everywhere they go, you can make it so that no homeless people can be there, and you can be like, because that's the way the police behave. When you call on this guy and you say, hey, there's this guy who's dangerous to the wildlife, he's dangerous to animals who live here, he's dangerous to every walker by, he's, there's something, he shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be here. I don't know where you can put him. You should probably put him in a facility, but he really should not be here because this neighborhood has animals. So maybe he needs to be up by the mall. Maybe he needs to be in a Cordata area that doesn't have the wildlife. Not the areas with the wildlife, but the areas that are industry. Maybe he needs to be downtown until someone shoots him in the head and just be done with him, because he's dangerous to the animals. He's dangerous to the animals, he's dangerous to people. He doesn't belong. He doesn't belong on this planet, but he does, you can't just have him sitting here. He can't just have him sitting here 24/7, day after day, day after day, night after night, night after night. He can't stay. And the police, okay, so I went way off from what I was saying, but the police, they'll tell you, oh, well, we can't make him leave unless we make everybody leave. Which is bullshit. That is bullshit. This is a public space, and he is not a safe person to be here, and other homeless people could be safe here. And you can absolutely kick that motherfucker out and trespass him in every fucking block of town until he fucking leaves. You could absolutely do it without trespassing any other homeless person. No other homeless person other than people like him. You could absolutely do it. Absolutely. But instead they have these people sit here until neighbors are going to say, we don't want homeless people here anymore because all homeless people are that guy. So it's just a game with them. And I think Opportunity Council is probably playing that game. I really do. I think Opportunity Council plays that game. Instead of getting rid of these people and allowing for the people who don't do anything wrong to stay, they pull this shit. But I think their biggest shit is that they're trying really hard to bring me a trauma, to keep my emotions not in check. There's a police officer right there. They're trying to make it so that my emotions are not kept in check. They're trying to... Ooh, the police officer's driving up. I see, and I don't even know if somebody tried to report me for sleeping here, or if they're reporting him. But I'm actually kind of surprised that someone fucking called the cops on me. It better have been on him. If it was on me, that would be bullshit. But see, the thing is that everybody keeps on obsessing over me. They keep obsessing over me. I'm gonna set this down because I was already supposed to be trying to get this stuff put away. I don't know who they're looking for. I don't know if they're looking for him. Oh yeah, now that he saw the cop car, you see that now that he saw the cop car, he's sitting there without saying shit, which makes you wonder about psychosis people, because that happens all the time. Oh, there's a cop car. I'm gonna stop now. Like, okay, wait a minute. I thought you weren't able to control your shit.
They said that you've been camping here and they asked you to leave, but they said you refused to leave.
I wasn't camping here.
Okay, well, you can't be doing this here. You can't spread out your stuff. This is a walkway. People need to be able to come in and out.
Did someone literally say something about me without saying something about him?
They did. They mentioned your name, Rain Forever.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't pick the call, but I had to come here.
That was Opportunity Council.
It wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was the library.
No, it wasn't. I haven't even been sleeping here. I've been coming and feeding my seagull and working in the morning to get the work done.
Okay. I'm not sure maybe...
I was eating this morning.
Okay. I don't know maybe if there's another arrangement of where you could do, but you know, do what you're doing here, just not here. Did they come out and ask you to leave?
No.
Nobody did?
No.
Okay.
I just have a bunch of people photographing me instead of him when he's the one with psychosis and sits there and yells all night long, all day long, that he needs to kill people.
Oh, I'm not familiar with him.
And all I do is work.
What are you working on?
I work online, doing graphic art.
Oh, very cool. Are you doing that just for yourself, or do you have like clients?
Well, it's like on a website, but like I need to get people to actually start buying before I even get money, and they all are, you know, like being psycho.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So I've literally just been, I mean, yeah, I know, that's why they put him here.
Yeah, well, all I know is I got a call and your name was mentioned in the, on the computer.
When did you get a call?
Just this morning.
This morning?
Yeah, they called in about you. It said Rain Forever, asked to leave, refusing. So I don't know the backstory, but
there hasn't been any library people here.
Well, there's somebody inside right now, but nobody talked to you this morning. Okay, you want me to go talk to them and get their side?
They haven't had a car here.
Well, there's somebody inside right now. Maybe they walk. Save the planet. I don't know. I'm gonna go around and talk to them, and then I'll come back out and chat with you. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I have to work, so it's like it's not really a negotiable thing.
It's like what?
It's not really a negotiable thing. Like some of my stuff is out right now because I was eating, but like it's like I have to work, so.
Alright.
See, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I fucking mean. They don't want people that work. They don't want people that actually get shit done. They don't want people that don't bother anybody. There's no car over there, so I don't know if they slept in the library. They might be sleeping in the library. Yeah, Opportunity Council. It's the Opportunity Council. I'm telling you right now, it's the Opportunity Council. It's the Opportunity Council. Like I still, like as soon as the cop walked away, he started doing it again. He's doing his psychosis thing. And I've never seen them have issues with the people that have psychosis that the Opportunity Council keeps dropping off. They just keep on dropping them off. So it's like, how can they tell me I can't be here if they're allowing them here? Like, it's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. They allowed that one dude before this guy showing up. They've all slept up here. They've slept up there. They've slept on the library property all over the place. I was kind of talking loudly when I was recording. I wouldn't be surprised if they're fucking trying to defend this people with psychosis though too, because they've acted like people shouldn't be able to photograph the people that have severe mental illness that may kill people at some point. Supposed to be fucking working. I was gonna pack up earlier too, and then like I kept getting distracted by the person with psychosis. Yeah, like it's all packed up already. It took me 2 seconds. And it's all like it's kind of in the way of the door. There's some food on this little thing right here. The shoes are tiny in the way of the door. Those are the psychosis fucking shoes. All of that's bagged up. All the dirty stuff is sitting there. It always gets thrown away. The mat out till I sit on it because it's just all dirty. Everything's in the hiking pack. Everything's in the suitcase. So it's not really all over. It's just that I have to carry a lot. And everything's in this backpack. So it wasn't like, it does look like it takes up a lot of fucking room, but they don't really need to come in and out of here either. The library doesn't open till 2 and it's like a little after 8 a.m. right now. But the Opportunity Council probably tried to get the library to fucking call the cops again.
Alright, Rain.
I'm trying to...
Just to let you know I'm recording. You are too, so that's cool. So here's the deal. No camping, sleeping, loitering on the library grounds. So this would be camping / loitering.
I'm working.
Right, but you can't do that right here. This is not set up for it. There are areas in the library where they can set up during business hours. But you can't
I have to do it after business. I work in the morning at like 5 a.m. until probably, usually about 7:30 or so.
Okay, so you have to find Wi-Fi somewhere else?
I'm not going to because I don't have enough money.
Okay.
I need to use the library's Wi-Fi.
Okay, well...
And the downtown is full of these people, and it makes it so it just puts me in more danger.
Okay, well I don't want you to be in danger. Some of the issues that she mentioned are in the past. You have left your garbage around, you kind of spread your stuff out. So,
My stuff kind of gets spread out, but I try really hard not to, like...
Okay. Well, for today you were being asked to leave. No enforcement action, like as in you're not in trouble. They're asking that you leave though. And I guess if you decided to stay at that point, they would have no choice but to take enforcement action. I'm really trying to avoid that. So.
I don't understand why they never ever get rid of the people with psychosis.
I don't know.
They can camp out here and they're obviously not, they have no reason to be here.
So like that gentleman, that's public property, that's not actually the library property, so they don't have really anything to do with that. So you too could sit down there, and I'm not telling you to because it sounds like there might be a conflict if you did, but that is public property, you can sit on that bench down there. I'm not sure if your Wi-Fi signal reaches that far.
My iPad doesn't. My laptop is like
Laptop's a little better?
one bar.
Okay. So, anyways, I hate to deliver the bad news to you, but I do have to do it.
I'm pretty damn good about getting my garbage out of here.
Yeah. Alright, well, if you work on packing it up now, then I don't think we'll have any issues.
Really stupid. I was already packing up too. Like I was already
great.
fucking. It's just
Rain, did you grow up in Bellingham?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, not Bellingham, Ferndale.
Oh. Did you go to the Ferndale schools? Did you ever go to school for graphic design, or is that just something you kind of picked up on your own?
I've been doing art stuff ever since I had a lot of arts classes in school, but there wasn't any like graphic design or anything like that. But I did like pottery and stuff like that too. But I've mostly been doing stuff for the last 10 or 15 years.
Cool. Do you have family in town?
No.
No family? They're not in Ferndale anymore?
Well, I mean, I got rid of them, so I don't know. I have no idea where any of them are.
Gotcha. How long have you been on the streets?
5.5 years. Like I lived in campgrounds for a couple years, and then after that, everybody's been like, because I was staying in campgrounds and enjoying my life and doing stuff with myself. I was put as chronically homeless by the time I tried to start getting housing, so that got rid of all of their stuff to get me into normal subsidized housing, and they kept on pushing the programs that I would never want to live in a million years, and so that's part of it. But like most subsidized housing is not subsidized anymore, and it's all changed over, and the Opportunity Council is pulling bullshit every day, and you know, they just play games. They don't want to house anybody. So
Opportunity Council?
yeah. So I mean, they have housing for people who are crazy, but probably not as bad as that guy down there, because he'd be really hard to place. But like, they're for people that basically can't take care of themselves, and you know, just low life people. Like, they get housing, but like there isn't anything for people that are normal-ish, or just, you know, people that actually want to do stuff with their lives.
Gotcha.
I think I've already had this conversation with you before.
I don't remember hearing about it, but
I was already like trying to talk about people with psychosis. Oh, thanks. Trying to get my freaking long pants back because someone stole my leggings. Opportunity Council, I think that they're the ones that put that guy there, and the other psycho guy that they brought into Fairhaven. And that's the other thing, like, I can't, like, I have to, because these people are here, he's really dangerous because the rabbits and the crows used to hang out over there.
Yeah.
And the rabbits can't even go anywhere now. And it's pretty much the same with the other psycho guy that's been around Fairhaven. Where they
What makes you say Opportunity Council brought him there?
Because I tried calling them and he disappeared right when they tried to do their check, and then he came right back.
Oh.
Right after. And it was the same with the other guy.
Alright.
And the other dude, the guy that did show up, was acting really strange.
Huh.
And he has a tendency to be a mega liar. It's fucking too short. It didn't seem like this short earlier. These are his, I think. They were in a shopping cart the other day, and then they showed it down here.
Okay.
Unless there's someone else's. I'm trying to fit the other shit. Shouldn't be shocking because this happened last night. When the psycho showed up. Like, oh, let's put a bunch of psychos where it's gonna be harder for her to work, and if she doesn't leave, we'll try something else.
That's just me, don't worry.
So that's done. I don't know how I'm going to carry this.
So, wait, I got a question. Is your first name Rain and your last name Forever, or is your one name fully Rain Forever?
My first name's Rain.
Okay. You know, I went to Washington University for a bit.
I got that at Labels.
Huh, I don't see that much. That school's in St. Louis. Okay, so Rain, I just clarified, because you've been cooperative and you're moving along, they really appreciate that. You're not trespassed from the library, but if you come back, they have a bunch of rules and policies, and that's for trying to keep it to be the most conducive for the most users, okay, and safe and all that jazz. So, they're just asking that if you come back, you gotta follow all those policies and all those rules, okay? So if you want to use free Wi-Fi, it's kind of a privilege, not a right, okay? So you just gotta follow their rules. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, I was following their rules.
Well, this would, they would interpret this as when you spread out your stuff and they think this is loitering. So.
They know that I'm working though, like if you explain to them.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
I I don't know. I would say that if you're not sleeping, if you're sitting on the bench, your stuff is neatly kind of packed up here, and you're working. I doubt that would be a problem. I think if you start spreading it out everywhere, that's a problem.
It's kind of spread out when I have to feed the birds and shit.
I'll take those shoes over and see if they belong to that gentleman.
Yeah, I almost tried them on because I need shoes really bad, and I've been telling everybody I need shoes, but like I didn't want to try them on because I don't want to get like anything that he might have or something, because I think it might be his.
Crocs are a good way to go though, until it rains.
I just ordered stickers from Zazzle so I get to go see what their quality is. I have to go pick up my mail.
Is Zazzle in town?
It's...
Or is that online?
It's online. I think it's in Australia.
Wow.
Or... I mean, they have like production shit in the US and all that kind of stuff, I think too, but...
So you design stickers, ordered them through Zazzle, and then they mail them to you? Nice. Have you ever done that before?
I haven't done it through Zazzle yet, but like I've printed off a few things, like some clothes and stuff like that from other companies. Yeah. But like it gets really expensive, and it's too hard for me to come up with a startup capital.
Yeah.
So that I can sell them afterwards.
Yeah, I hear it.
It's really hard. Like I didn't get to. I was planning on doing shit this summer, but I didn't get into any like farmers markets or anything.
Gotcha. All right. Well, good luck.
Probably. I think they're done what they're saying. Fucking bullshit. Getting so fucking sick of this. I've been working for more than a year and a half. Not getting paid. People stole my iPad to try to make sure I can't work. And then they pull this shit. And I know it's the fucking Opportunity Council. The Opportunity Council dropping people like him off to try to run me off. I literally had a post show up on, what was that, Twitter? They were like, oh, we're really close to running you out of town. That came from that one fake account that keeps on using my rapist names. God damn it. I hope that didn't hurt my camera. Seagull's not here now. I know it probably looked like to you that they were like, oh, you just can't be a lawyer in here or whatever, but it's specifically that they don't want me working, and they don't want me earning money, and they don't want me to get out of homelessness on my own, and they don't want to allow anyone to think that homeless people are worth anything, it's not because I'm loitering, because they know that I'm not loitering. They know that I've been there to feed the animals and work, and that everybody else that keeps on coming there are the ones loitering. I haven't seen anybody else going to the library to do anything else other than loiter. So, and the whole time I've been there, there's been these males, it's always males, acting like the place is theirs. And they're not doing anything with themselves. Like they don't need the Wi-Fi for anything. There's no purpose for them to be there. They're sexist. Everybody in this area is goddamn fucking sexist. All these men, all these homeless men that are calling people, that are trying to go around lying about me and shit, they're all fucking sexist pigs. Probably because they know that I'm worth more than them and work more than them than they do with their able-ass bodies, and they're men and they're nothing but low-life scum. And that's about the homeless guys that are causing problems that aren't like that psycho guy. They're just sitting on their asses using drugs and shit. Going and panhandling up here. The other one was the few times, extremely small amount of times, that I've tried to panhandle over there on the other side of this wall, like on the other side of that parking lot up there, where the one dude is there every single day, all day long. He's making tons of money. He is super able-bodied. I don't even think he's homeless. Like, I personally have a really hard time believing that he's homeless at all. I think that he just makes himself look dirty. And the few times that I've been up there, I've been like run off. Like, people have literally had, let's see here. When I don't know why the hell the cops are trying to ask me about my fucking past. Every time, like, oh, let's just ask her about who she is. Like, what the hell is that? But, they're always asking, do you have family here? I changed my name and I noticed my name changed. I told you that last time. You keep on asking. That actually, right there, that actually fits in with the whole thing I was just saying way earlier on this video, that that they're trying to do anything they can to bring up trauma, that the Opportunity Council is, and they're probably working with the police. Remember I just said that earlier in the video? Because they know what the answer is. They know that I had to run. So they're just gonna keep asking, and it's like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm trying to fucking work. And you're like not allowing me to be able to work. Constantly trying to cause problems. Constantly trying to bring up trauma. Constantly trying to have all the psychos in our town, all this fucking psychosis people follow me around. Hi, Crow. Good morning. We know this crow, huh? We know that crow. Hi, Crow. He lives here. He lives here. Hi, Crow. They hear me getting really mad and they get upset. I don't know if you guys heard that noise that he made before I started talking to him, but he made a noise. I didn't just start talking to him out of the blue. He came up and said something. The absolute fucking audacity. But that's the opportunity council. Oh wow, there's no one there right now. They actually have no one there right now. I have to use the restroom in a grocery store. Usually there's somebody panhandling by now. That one guy is usually here by now. Oh. Like I said, he's been here pretty much every day for the last year or so. But probably, well, I don't know if it's been a year. It's probably not been a year. It's probably been like since spring or something. I don't really know because I didn't really write it down like when I first saw him or anything like that. There's a seagull on top of that. Yesterday, I was like kind of worried about anybody getting split up, and the couple that was over there earlier, they were together over there, and then they were together over there yesterday, and they were acting like a couple again. I was like, yay! I don't know if those are new ones or if they were the ones that are usually over there, because I didn't really get close enough to tell. I'm talking about seagulls that were on the roof. They were talking to each other all nice and cuddly. I think like couples, it's so cute when they do that. Seagull couples are cute. So yeah, it's almost an hour now. I didn't really think that was gonna happen. I'm guessing though that if there was someone in the library, they might be sleeping there. They might be sleeping there because I don't think I ever saw their car there. Yeah, they were probably sleeping there, and they might have heard me saying bad stuff about the Opportunity Council too. That might be why they called the cops. Because they do. They think that, like, they think that they should be allowed to put those people with severe psychosis there to try and harm me. Because I know it's to harm me. It's not because that was the place to put them. That's not why. It was to harm me. I can absolutely guarantee you it's to harm me. It's to run me off. It's to harm me. It's to irritate me. It's to rub shit in my face. It's to make me think that all homeless people are like them, or make the public think that all homeless are like them, or make the public think that I'm like that guy. That's another one, like, that seems to be happening. They're on Nextdoor saying shit to make it look like I'm that guy. That I'm somehow like that guy. So they put him there, so, because they make up mental health stuff that doesn't exist. So, it's all to, harm me. There's not any other reason why they would have put him there. No one in their right mind would have put him there. I have the fucking right. I have the fucking right to say that I'm not okay with what they're doing. You know, it's very different. It's different than if you were a random homeless person and they plunked down somebody that was homeless on your street and you went and and it had nothing to do with you at all and they weren't affecting you in any way, shape, or form, and you just went and videotaped them and started lying about them or something like that. That'd be completely different. That'd be completely different. But if somebody puts people with psychosis and plunks them down and tries to get them to stay there so that you have to deal with them, then I have absolutely every right to record, and I have every right to say what I need to say about why it's not okay what they're doing, because I know that he didn't just show up and pick that spot. He isn't from town. He just showed up here. I can guarantee you he isn't from my fucking city. So he didn't just show up there on his own. Somebody told him to go there. It's how it works. Nobody just finds the Fairhaven Library. Half the people that live here don't even know where the Fairhaven Library is, for one. They know where the downtown library is. So, yeah, I have every right to record. You're doing this, you're trying to harm me, you're stealing my iPad because you want to steal my work and make sure that I can't earn money. And then you put every psychosis person in front of me and have them target me. Like that other dude, they literally put him in this neighborhood to target me and steal from me and attack me and go around slandering me and go around telling people he was with me and all this other bullshit that he was doing. I can record him. I don't know what people's problem is that think that I somehow can't. I should go, at this point, I need to go and use the restroom and put some pants on because I have this on because I didn't want to get my period blood on my pants. And it's too short. It's got shorts sewn in, it's a pair of shorts with this skirt thing over top of it, so it's not like I have just my underwear underneath them. But the shorts are pretty short, and they didn't feel like they were this short earlier the other day when because I had worn them for once and they were fine, and then this morning they're feeling really short. So I need to go, I need to end this, and the other video put together with this one is going to be super long. But this is what people have to go through that are worthwhile people that don't do anything wrong. You have to deal with everybody trying to put you through trauma, and oh yeah, okay, so talking about trauma, in case somebody's watching this one and not other videos, so some of the other stuff that they've done, that the Opportunity Council has done, they had this guy come up and steal from me and pose as somebody that was at the storage units, and he wound up stealing a bunch of stuff from me while he was trying to move my stuff from one storage unit to the next. But he also, when we were supposed to be going on a dump run, he took me all the way into Bellingham instead on our way to the dump run. Weren't we supposed to be going on a dump run? I think we were. I can't remember what we were doing exactly, but we weren't supposed to be going and looking at apartments. And he was like, oh, I have to look at an apartment, and he took me to an apartment that was a very serious trauma problem, and he took me there as though it was random. So that was the opportunity council, having someone do that. And that was about me being drugged, and they were gonna rape me, and I got away, but I was barely wearing clothes, and I was on whatever drug they drugged me with, basically trying to get away. And it was so weird because I couldn't even find my way out of the goddamn backyard. It was a pretty bad scene. It was pretty bad. I don't do drugs and I don't do substances, so I was definitely not used to like figuring out shit. And I couldn't figure out what happened because like I had completely blacked out for however many hours because it was light out when they drugged me, and then it was dark out when I tried to get away. It was like really dark. So big trauma situation. And on top of that, the lady who was at the apartment next door that I tried to get away to, someone that looked like her weeks prior to me being shown this apartment, and I kept on thinking I recognized her from somewhere. She was behaving as though she was stealing my identity at the Ferndale Library, very loudly and publicly. She was calling someone on the phone and acting like she was me or something like that, and then she tried to take a selfie of me. She was trying to take a live selfie of me to prove that she was me. And I think she succeeded because I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. And I was telling the Ferndale Library person that she was mentally ill or something, and they were like, oh, well, you can't undo what she just did, and they wouldn't even tell me what she just did. So she, it's hard to know what she was doing. I think people were trying to get into my Microsoft account that same day. Or my Google or something. Like, I don't know what she was doing, but she was trying to basically steal some kind of gain access to something, and she was like trying to convince somebody she was my guardian ad litem or something like that too, or something like that. Even though I'm 40, doesn't make sense. And she looks like the person that was in that apartment, because that was the apartment next door that he tried to take me into. And I couldn't figure out who she was when I first saw her doing that, but then this guy that the Opportunity Council sent out took me to that apartment. So it all like goes in a circle. It all goes round. Back to the Opportunity Council doing illegal shit. It's gotta be illegal. It's gotta be illegal what they're doing. And they don't believe that the other thing, like when I was talking about how about Opportunity Council being fascists and stuff, they don't believe that anybody is homeless who is a normal human being. Like, they only believe you have to be mentally ill or on drugs or something like that in order to be homeless. And that's the Opportunity Council who has millions of dollars every year for the homeless that they don't spend on the homeless, and they don't house anybody, and they don't house any. They have a few programs that aren't for people that are normal. Like, they have 22 North and mental health housing, sort of. They have friendships with the people that do the mental health housing, basically, even though they don't run them. They run a few different things that I think are for people with kids. But I think the reason why they have the stuff for people with kids is actually so that they can do similar stuff to those people that they're doing to me. And probably do some weird psycho stuff. It's just a hotbed of illegal activity, or activity that shouldn't be illegal if it is. Just like, you know, like CPS and stuff like that is. So it's been more than an hour for this video, so I need to end it.